Hey, I'm Steve Magnante here in Bogart, Georgia at the Tony Townley Collection, which we sold by Richmond Auctions on October 24th and 25th in its entirety. The collection consists of about 100 plus special interest vehicles and collector cars, one of which is a 1945 Ford F1 pickup truck. This is something special. Got to remember, 1945 U.S. was still at war, and as a result, vehicle sales to the general public were prohibited by law. Well, instead, you could still buy vehicles if you were in the military or a car manufacturer for internal use. This is what we call a blackout special. Notice there's no chrome trim on the wheels. These would have had stainless steel. They're painted here. There's no glitz here, no chrome there. And again, chrome was a strategic material in World War II, and use of that was limited strictly to military purposes. Of course, the chrome along the arch of the hood is also painted, and that's correct for it. And on the front here, the headlight surrounds are also painted, as are the blinker surrounds, as is the grille, the ornament here, and even the hood latch. Everything is painted. And the blackout affects the bumpers here, which are blacked out with paint, versus the chrome you'd see on a normal Ford F-Series pickup truck at this point in time. Even the windshield molding is natural rubber. No stainless steel around here, just regular rubber. And in fact, pretty austere. One wiper on this one here. And even the rearview mirror, blacked out. Again, the blackout special. These are very uncommon. This one here is beautifully restored. This actually spent some time at the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan. It's that nice. And beautifully restored inside and out. Once again, no chrome trim front or rear, but something under the hood is kind of a surprise. This is flathead powered, V8, and something special that didn't come from the factory is this SCOT supercharger. You might wonder what's a SCOT. Well, it turns for a supercharger company of Turin, Italy, and that's the supercharger which bolts to the top of the flathead. Now that's a factory, not a factory, it's an aftermarket, like a day two modification, but it's a correct vintage piece of speed equipment. The rest of the engine's basically stock, cylinder heads are stock, but again, two Stromberg 97 carburetors on top of the SCOT supercharger. So it probably adds another 50 horsepower or so to the 90 this would make normally. But again, a little piece of hot rod flare under the hood. Otherwise, very austere and beautifully restored and preserved to what it would have looked like straight out of the factory in 1945 when it was purchased by Ford Motor Company for use internally. So that's the story of this 1945 F1 Blackout Special.